How are you doing on this Monday, January the 26th, 2026? Triple Beam is back in the building with another video. And today I want to talk about NFL Championship weekend, Championship Sunday. I'm going to talk about the Broncos and the Patriots first. But before I do, guys, shout out to everybody. It's been cold with a little bit of snow outside today here in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Shout out to everybody that is had that snow day today. A lot of our school teachers and administration, students, different government buildings is closed today, so people got an extra day off, an extra day. So hey, shout out to them. So let's get right into this AFC Championship game, man. The Broncos, they lose to the New England Patriots 7-10. Okay, it was a very, very low-scoring game. Started out, the weather didn't seem to be a factor at first. After halftime, you could just tell, man, the snow was coming down. It was, it was everywhere. So I know that played a factor in the game. A lot of people been criticizing Sean Payton, after the game as far as play calling, particularly in that second quarter on that 4th and 1 in New England territory, New England 14-yard line. They go for it on 4th and 1 instead of going for the field goal there. And Sean Payton, had to try to explain his thinking in that. And obviously, in hindsight, you're like, okay, we should have kicked the field goal. Analytics say you should go for it right there on 4th and 1. But you got to realize, man, analytics out the window. This is common sense in this type of situation. You dig what I'm saying? It's common sense. You go for it on 4th and 1. You know this is going to be a low scoring game. You got the forecast. You know that at halftime the snow is going to be coming down. You know this as a head coach. You got people in place, for this. Then here you go on 4th and 1 at New England territory, and you go for it. Okay, with a chance to go up 10-0 at that point. You lose the game 10-7. At the very least, it would have been tied. With the overtime, you'd still had a shot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's on Sean Payton. You can't make that decision at that time. You got to take the points. You can't take points off the field. I remember a time, everybody, and I know if you're a sports fan, if you're a football a player, aficionado, analyst, reporter, coach, anybody that's been involved in sports, in football, professionally, college, I remember a time, and I know you do too, where if you made a mistake like this, okay, you go for it at a time when you should be kicking the field goal, you damn near automatically fired. You out of there. Like, you can't lead, you can't take points off the board. You have to extend the game. Okay, same thing, I think, with LA, but we'll talk about that later, where they went for it on some 4th downs when they should have been kicking field goals, and then instead of at the end of the game having to score a touchdown, you could have had a chance to just get in field goal range for a 3-point try to try to win the game. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that later. Let's get back to Sean Payton. 4th and 1 at New England 14, and you go for it. Analytics says go for it. That's what the analytics say. But you can't put analytics into this equation. And not to mention, you don't even have your starting quarterback in the football game. And I'm going to talk about that. And so people are, saying that Sean Payton cost them a chance to go to the Super Bowl by going for it on that 4th down, which they would have been up 10-0. That changes the whole game. You're up 10 points. You're up 2 scores, 2 possessions. That changes the whole game. That changes the way New England calls their plays from that point on. Like, it's a different game. Okay. And I'm not going to spend too much time on this because, we all know what he should have done, especially now in hindsight. It's Monday after the game. We know that he should have kicked the field goal. But let's just take that out of the window. We have to also look at this right here, and this is what everybody missed. This is the obvious thing. The field goal. That's obvious. But this is what everybody missed. Drake Maye, okay, the New England Patriots quarterback, 10 for 21. I don't even care about the yards. I just care about the attempts. 10 for 21 pass attempts for Drake Maye. Jarrett Stidham, 17 of 31 on pass attempts in this game. He threw the ball 10 more times than Drake Maye. This is a guy who hadn't played all season long. You're asking him to throw the ball more than an MVP finalist in the AFC Championship game? It makes no sense. That's the reason. You have to lean on your running game more if you're Sean Payton, if you're the Denver Broncos. This is what everybody missed. You asked this man to throw the ball 31 times. I don't know the sack. I don't know how many times he was sacked. Okay? I don't know how many times he actually scrambled and got positive rush yards. So you could be very well looking at 40 dropbacks for Jarrett Stidham in this game. How does he get 31 pass attempts and Drake Maye, who's an MVP finalist, probably the voting hadn't been revealed. The voting has been done. It hadn't been revealed yet. Who's probably the MVP or possibly the runner-up for MVP of the regular season, and he had more pass attempts than Drake Maye, and this is his first game of the season. Hadn't completed a pass since 2023, and it's 2026. And you asking this man to throw the ball 31 times. To me, guys, that is more egregious than going for it on the 4th and 1, in my opinion. So Sean Payton has been taking a little heat and said he cost the Broncos a trip to the Super Bowl. Yes, but I say not because of the field goals. I think it's more in part of him asking Jarrett Stidham to do so much and being minus your starting quarterback, Bo Nix. So I think that is part of the reason why the Denver Broncos were not able to get over the hump and beat the New England Patriots for a chance to go to Super Bowl. So, yeah, guys.